Hi, I'm Ruby, the podcast editor, and this is the NEP podcast. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode.
Welcome to today's episode. Today's episode is the first episode of a little series that we're running here at the NEP, which is Inclusive Eco. And by that, we mean that economics is linked to so many things, and we want to showcase that in a series of podcasts. Today, we are going to talk about economics and data science and the links between them. I'm joined with a postgraduate student. If you'd just like to introduce yourself.
Thank you, Ruby. I'm happy to be here, and I'm very excited, honestly, to talk about how economics and data science come together. My name is Leah, and I'm doing Masters in Economics and Data Science, which is quite trending and, in my point of view, highly crucial combination, highly sought after in the current job market as well.
So you briefly just there mentioned the importance of data science. So I just wanted to put that question back to you. Why is it that you chose economics and data science?
Why did I choose economics and data science? Let me think that through for a moment. Honestly, I've always been interested in how societies function, how decisions are made, how policies affect people, and how markets behave. Actually, economics helped me understand that in a structured way. But with time, I realized that modern economics is not just about theory, it's increasingly driven by data. That's where that data science theory comes in. It allows, in general, to use real data to explain economic behavior, test theories, and even predict future trends. And instead of just qualitatively talk about inflation, unemployment, or inequality, data science can actually help you with numbers to analyze, measure, interpret that quantitatively. But why data science specifically? Mainly for two reasons. In the past, many decisions, whether in government, finance, healthcare, or business, were based on experience, assumptions, or theoretical models. Today, those same decisions are driven by data. Governments use data to decide where to allocate funding. Retailers like Amazon, Tesco use data to predict consumer demand and adjust prices in real time. Even Netflix uses data to recommend movies. It's literally everywhere. So data science turns decision making from being opinion-based to evidence-based, which leads to smarter, more accurate, and more efficient choices. Secondly, and most importantly, data science is the language of the future, literally. If you look at job trends, nearly every company, whether it's in finance, energy, consulting, healthcare, or transport, is looking for people who can understand data, interpret it, and communicate insights. The world is becoming more digital and automated, and people with data science skills are in high demand because they can turn raw data into useful knowledge. It's no longer enough to just know economic theory. You need to be able to work with real data, build models, and explain the numbers, what actually numbers mean.
So with all that in mind, why is it that you chose UEA to study?
As for why UEA, UEA, by the way, offers a postgraduate experience that is not only academic but also practical and professionally valuable experience. One of the key reasons is the dissertation external consultancy module, which is the most important module of the master's, worth about 60 credits, while the other modules carry only 20s. This isn't just a standard dissertation. Some students get to work in collaboration with real companies arranged through impact consulting, where you meet regularly with the company to work on real business or economic challenges. You still have a university supervisor, which you don't have to worry about. But you also deal with real stakeholders, real data, and real industry expectations. And honestly, for someone studying economics and data science, this is perfect opportunity to apply data science, forecasting, and economic modeling to real business problems. And the best part is, this experience becomes incredibly valuable when you enter the job market. It shows employers that you haven't just studied theory, you have actually applied it in a business context. You can say that in a nutshell, that it turns your degree from just a qualification into something practical, applied, and employable.
So within that, Leah, you talk a lot about economics and data science and being able to turn data into real life explanations like behavioural economics. Could you just explain actually the links between economics and data science, and now that you're studying it, how you find that?
Data science and economics are closely linked because economics provides the theories that explain how markets, individuals, and governments behave, while data science gives us the tools to test those theories using real-world data. Like traditionally, economic analysis often relied on assumptions, small surveys, or delayed reports, but now with data science, economists can work with large real-time datasets to understand what is actually happening in the economy. For example, we can say that instead of just discussing how inflation might affect consumer spending, data science analyzes actual spending patterns across different regions, income levels, or even age groups to see how behaviors change in reality. Programming tools like Python and R collect and analyze massive amounts of data, visual trends, and can build forecasting models and even simulate the impact of policy changes before they are implemented. So while economics explains why things happen, data science helps us understand how much, to what extent, and where, for whom, making economics more practical, accurate, and evidence-based.
Yeah, thank you for that, Leah. This is exactly what the podcast series about economics being inclusive is all about, showing the links between economics and how we use the data, how we get the data, and what answers we can conclude with from our research. Previously in this podcast, you spoke a little bit about employment and the job market and how data science could be a positive impact for you going into the job market. Do you want to just explain a little bit about your future job prospects and how you think this will help?
Studying economics with data science opens up a very unique pathway that is both analytical and application oriented, which means it doesn't limit you to one industry or one type of rule. Instead, it prepares you for a wide range of careers that combine economic thinking with data-driven decision making. Personally, I see my future career in rules that is related to finance, consulting, policy, or industry. For example, rules like economic analyst or data analyst, business intelligence consultant, or financial risk analyst all require an understanding of markets, behavior, and data modeling. In these positions, data science isn't just used for analysis, it is used for to predict trends, assess risks, and support strategic decisions. Organizations like banks, consulting firms, and investment companies increasingly need people who understand both economics and data. Another exciting path is working in policy analysis or development economics, especially with organizations such as the UK Treasury, Bank of England, IMF, World Bank, or the United Nations. These institutions rely heavily on large economic datasets and forecasting models to design and evaluate policies. In these roles, data science helps transform economics from theory into tools that can improve people's livelihood, reduce poverty, and shape public policy in areas like housing, health, employment, and sustainability, where you can actually put your studies into something meaningful, There is also growing demand in the tech sector, especially in fintech, AI, logistics, and e-commerce. Companies like Amazon, Google, KPMG, now look for economists who can also work with data, build predictive models, and analyze customer behavior. Even jobs in supply chain, digital marketing, mobility services, and sustainability rely on economic forecasting and data analytics. The combination of economics and data science is very powerful because it offers flexibility. It doesn't just prepare you for one career, it gives you a toolkit that can be applied in finance, public policy, consulting, research, tech sustainability, and even entrepreneurship. And economics gives you purpose. And together they prepare you to work in roles that involve analysis, problem solving, real world impact, and decision making. And that's what makes this combination so valuable for the future.
What type of skills would you say that this degree has enabled you to put on your CV so you can hopefully go into jobs like that in the future?
Well, one of the biggest advantages of studying economics with data science is the range of valuable and transferable skills you can confidently put on your CV. These skills demonstrate not only your ability to work with data, but also your ability to make sense of it, like interpret it in an economic context, and communicate your findings clearly to decision makers. Employers today don't just want people who can run models, they want people who can understand the story behind the numbers, and that is exactly what this combination offers. First, in terms of technical skills, you gain proficiency in programming languages such as Python or and visualize real-world economic and financial data. Also using Python libraries like Pandas, NumPy, you can build forecasting models, run simulations, conduct econometric analysis, and even apply basic machine learning techniques. These skills can help you go beyond theoretical knowledge and make data truly meaningful. Secondly, you develop strong analytical and research skills, where you are able to interpret economic trends, study the impact of policies, measure inequalities, build econometric models, and use data to support decision making. You learn how to spot relationships, test theories, and use evidence to answer economic questions, something highly valued in sectors like consulting, finance, and public policy, and also the tech sector. Another valuable area is data visualization, and storytelling. Tools like Power BI, Tableau, and Excel dashboards, which are very popular in private companies, and Python visual libraries allow you to translate complex data into clear, compelling visuals in many rules. It's not just about running an analysis, it's about communicating findings in a way that managers, policymakers, or clients can understand if they don't have a technical background. Finally, one of the most underrated skills you gain is the ability to think critically, solve problems, and make evidence-based judgments. These soft skills combined with your technical competence make you more employable because they show you are not just a programming or an economist, but someone who can combine both to create insight, influence decisions, and add meaningful value. So when you put data science on your CV, it's not just as a subject. It represents a toolkit, technical ability, analytical strengths, problem solving, quantitative thinking, data storytelling, and the capacity to turn information into action. And that combination is exactly what modern employers are looking for. Thank you again, Ruby. It was a pleasure.
Inclusive eco, and we hope to see you next time, where we will be talking about the links between economics, psychology, and the resulting subject of behavioural economics. Thank you for joining today's episode of the NEP podcast. We will have more podcasts like this in the weeks to come, looking at employability, the different types of subjects that link with economics, year in placements, year abroad, and we hope to see you at the next one.